Good morning, beautiful people of Springfield, Massachusetts. This is episode 52 of 413 Sports Talk, and I'm your host, Raheem Escalade. Good Saturday morning. I happen to be in our beautiful city's downtown, enjoying the weather. I'm in the shade right now, though, so I'm cooling a little bit, but lovely Saturday, May 15th. First and foremost, I'm going to say happy birthday to my big brother, Matthew Bomforth. If you're watching us somewhere, big bro, happy birthday. Um, shoot, 38. Hope everything's going all right. Um, yeah. So, anyway, today's Saturday, May 15th. I have scores from the NBA. There was one game in the NHL and a bunch of baseball action. I'm finishing out grading the draft too, and tomorrow we have the finale of grading the draft, um, and that will culminate with coverage of the entire NFC East. So they were to me the crappiest division in football. Um, so I had to save them for last. But I feel like some of the NFC teams made decent improvement in the draft this season. So when we go over that tomorrow, it's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. Um, but one thing I was happy about was the Boston Red Sox holding off on the Los Angeles Angels last night. They won 4-3. I felt like that performance was very well. That was a good one, and it was just defensive baseball for the last couple innings, meaning that we held the score. Pitcher looked okay, and we notched a win. So that, as far as I'm concerned, is a good night out for the Boston Red Sox. Anyway, what do I have for you? Let's take these glasses off. Good look at everybody. We'll start with stuff from the NBA. We have the Washington Wizards over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 120-105. Denver Nuggets beat the Detroit Pistons, 104-91. Philadelphia 76ers beat the Orlando Magic, 122-97. I don't really get Philly. They're hot and cold. They win, they lose. They're so inconsistent. Utah over OKC, 109-93. Dallas beats the Toronto Raptors, 114-110. That was a close one. But there was a little bit of Luka magic sprinkled on that game. So you know how that ended. Houston over the Clippers, 122-115. That's another team that I can't get over. I don't understand how that roster is so good, but they lose to these teams. They lose to these teams who couldn't even beat the like Cy Tech starting five. It's crazy. Memphis Grizzlies beat the Sacramento Kings by a score of 107-106, and for the nightcap, Curry and the Golden State Warriors beat Zion and the New Orleans Pelicans 125-102. I like the Pelicans. I like what they're building down there. Get a couple more pieces. Just hoping that Zion improves. You know what I mean? And he wants to stay or doesn't want to go make a super team with some other franchise. Anyway, in Major League Baseball, the Kansas City Royals beat the Chicago White Sox by a score of 6-2 in 7 innings. It took 11 innings for the Pittsburgh Pirates to beat the San Francisco Giants, but they ended up doing that by a score of 3-2. The Yankees over the Baltimore Orioles 5-4. We have the Boston Red Sox, as I mentioned at the show's beginning, beating the Los Angeles Angels by a score of 4-3. Congrats! I know if you're a Boston fan, it's not exactly the kind of win we're used to, but we'll take it, I guess. Right? Cubs over the Detroit Tigers 4-2. Tampa Bay beats the Mets 3-2. Mets. Philadelphia Phillies over the Toronto Jays 5-1. Atlanta Braves beat the Milwaukee Brewers 6-3. Houston Astros over the Texas Rangers 10-4. And for the nightcap, freaking Los Angeles Dodgers finally win one, but it's against the lowly Miami Marlins by a score of 9-6. And finally, for NHL, there was one game, and that was Winnipeg. They beat Toronto 4-2. Those are your scores for the national sports. Starting to get a little warm out here. Grading the draft. Grading the draft. The rest of the NFC South. And here we go, covering them. We are covering today the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry, I did not mess up that pronunciation. Julian Edelman will be in Tampa Bay. Mark my words. He's coming back. All this media bullcrap is a smokescreen. Julian Edelman will be healed up in a month or two, and he'll jump on that phone, talk to Brady about it, and they will make it happen. Unfortunately, I sense another ring coming Tampa Bay's way, but let's hope somebody stops it. Anyway, we're going to start the New Orleans Saints, who were 13-3 last season. Yeah, 13-3, which was good enough for first place in the NFC South. Guys, if I got that wrong, because I kind of highlighted messed up my scripting, please let me know. But I believe they were 13-3. They needed a wide out, a corner, another outside linebacker with the way that Sean Payton runs things defensively, predominantly on the right side. And they also needed help at safety and at left guard as well. Now for the Saints, Peyton Turner, the DN from Houston. They took him at the end of the first round. I don't know much about him. One thing I do know is that he flew over my radar. As you know, I did a draft special on edge rushers, and this guy's name was not on that list. And I looked at a lot of defensive lines when I did my film study. I didn't see this guy. This guy's name did not come up to me at all until the draft, until the end of the first night, and he was definitely a name I had jotted down that I wanted to kind of do some more research on and look into. Unfortunately, I didn't really do that, but as far as the Saints and player development is concerned, I don't see why this pick would be a problem. I mean, I like I said, I want to see more of his tape or something like that. And you have to think that he goes on the opposite side of Cam Jordan, because in my opinion, Cam Jordan's not washed, and I don't think they made that move to kind of get him out of there, or because they didn't have faith in his skills and what he could do anymore. So I like that pick. Two more guys I like that the Saints grabbed. One being a standout corner from Stanford, Paulson Adebo. They grabbed him in the third round. I had definitely a first-round grade on him for sure. I've been a Paulson Adebo fan for a couple years. Not sure why he was still available. I had him rated higher than what's his face? Kid from Virginia Tech. I don't know why my brain is in such a fog. But the corner for Virginia Tech, who had back issues. I forgot his name. Maybe I'll come back and I'll throw that in the comment section after the episode. But anyway, he's better. Paulson Adebo was better than him. And I think even in some cases, when we're talking man coverage, I think Paulson Adebo is better than Patrick Surtain Jr. I'm not going out on a limb when I say this either. It's just he's quicker, he's more physical, and it's that bump, man. He just does something to get inside a wideout's head, unlike anyone else I've ever seen. I really like the Paulson Adebo pick. Another pick I like is probably another guy that's gonna make any type of difference right away. Knock on wood for the Saints quarterback position, but Ian Book, the quarterback from Notre Dame, he came out this year. Not sure why. I honestly think, maybe he had to, but I think another year in school would have solidified something a little better. Because now when I think about oops, sorry. Now when I think about think about the quarterbacks and stuff like that, I think staying in school would have been better for him. The quarterbacks ahead of him were better. Sorry, guys, I had lost my thought a little bit on that. Anyway, Ian Book, should have stayed in school, in my opinion. He didn't, so came out in the draft. It's gonna take a lot to crack into the starting lineup. And I know you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy or just too hyped up on coffee or something like that. But I don't think Taysom Hill is the answer for the Saints. I don't. I really don't. I think they need a traditional quarterback. He's a gadget guy. He's this generation's Tim Tebow. A guy's never really won anything substantial. You give him $145 million. That's beyond me. Maybe they grabbed Ian Book for a little bit of insurance, but I don't know, man. I don't understand. But I wish Ian Book and all those draftees success as their careers continue. So to me, this is going to be different as far as prediction wise now because they have the Bucs in this division. The Bucs are good. They got Tom Brady. Anyone with Tom Brady is going to the Super Bowl. Not arguing that fact anymore. So it's hard for me to kind of predict what they're going to be. So we'll be nice and give them a 10-7 record. Not winning the NFC South. The team who's going to win the NFC South is the one that's next on my list, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last season they were 11-5. That was good enough for a second place in the NFC South, but it didn't matter because they won the Super Bowl anyway. They needed a wideout, a tackle on right side. Another offensive outside linebacker would have been good, as well as a D end and a bat-up quarterback. Tampa Bay, big stretch. Tampa Bay was another one of the teams that had a very successful draft. They really had no holes. You know, there were team needs, I'm saying, but they weren't gaping holes in a roster. So they could afford to draft who they wanted, I suppose, or maybe take a little risk drafting this guy or something like that. I loved the Kyle Trask pick in the second round. I like the first rounder, Joe Tryon. He barely made my edge rushers. Well, he didn't make my edge rushers list, but I definitely, thinking about it now, should have switched somebody out and put him in. I didn't think Joe Tryon was going in the first round. I had a little wager with my buddy over I was like 225, something like that. As he's a big Huskies fan, and I said he's not going in the first round. Dude calls me up with in the morning and then sends me a Cash App request. So I had to pay up. But anyway, Bucs won the Super Bowl. They pretty much hit on all their all the team needs. At least the ones that I thought. I like the Kyle Trask pick. My favorite pick by the Bucs is probably Jaden Darden, the wideout from North Texas, who they took in the fourth round. More weapons for Brady. More weapons for Brady. More weapons for Brady. Man, that's that's pretty much it. Jalen Darden, as you know from watching some of my older episodes, is one of my favorite wideouts whom I evaluated before this draft happened. So that's the rest of it, man. That's grading the draft NFC South style. Tomorrow we bring you the grading the draft finale, in which I cover the entire NFC East. Oh, and thank you for continuing your support to commenting, liking, and watching the show. This has been 413 Sports Talk, episode 52. My name is Raheem Escalay. Again, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe. If you feel like I got a comment wrong or I got a fact wrong or anything else, please leave it in the section below. Send me a message and we will adjust it accordingly. This is me shooting from downtown Springfield, city I love. Looks like it's going to be a nice day today, so make sure, again, you enjoy it. Get outside, have some fun with your family, and make sure you hug the ones you love. This is Raheem Escalay signing out. 413 Sports Talk. Have a great day, everyone.